topic enzymes. Let me tell you the page number we are going to do today. Okay, so let's start with the verse from the Quran which is related to this enzymes and also the, give me a moment. Okay, this is fourth lesson, isn't it? It is till 12:20. Great, we have 10 minutes.
The third lesson.
This is the fourth lesson, right?
No, it is the third.
Are you sure? Sweetie, this is the fourth lesson. The time now is 12:10.
It's the fourth lesson.
It is the fourth lesson.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's discuss about this verse from the Quran which is related to the honey. So why are we talking about the honey and its importance? Because it has been mentioned in the Quran that honey, which you get from the bellies of the honeybees, it contains an enzyme which has this healing property. Alright, so we should consume honey whenever we need healing for any ailment, or we have cough or cold or any disease, we can consume honey. And also if we have a wound or a scar or a bruise, we can also apply honey so that we get quick shifa or healing. Alright, so it has been mentioned in the Quran about this drink which is varying in colors, about the golden to the dark brown, in which there is a healing for people, and indeed in that is a sign for people who give thought. Alright, so we need, if we are the followers of Quran and Sunnah, so we can include all these foods in our diet, like honey, the black seed, cinnamon, all of these which give us which improve our immune system. And also especially honey, it is very good for curing various illnesses. Subhanallah. So the objectives for this topic today are to study further about enzymes. Because in the last lesson we studied about the various properties of enzymes and how they act in speeding up the reaction, isn't it? So we are going to recap that today and also talk about how enzymes are affected by the temperature and the pH. All right. So we did this KWL already, so let me ask you questions about this topic as to what we covered yesterday. So what is the other name given to the enzymes, ladies?
Catalyst.
Catalyst, very good. So how do you define a catalyst?
The substance that speeds up the reaction.
Yes, very good. It is a substance which speeds up the reaction. It alters the rate of the chemical reaction. So when this is being done, does the enzyme get changed? Or does it change itself?
No.
No, very good. So catalysts are, you can define them as something which alters the rate of chemical reaction without being changed itself. Alright, so these enzymes, they help in speeding up and also controlling the various metabolic reactions in our body. And without enzymes, the reactions would take place very slowly or would not take place at all. Okay, so enzymes are very, very important for the rate of metabolic reactions and also for the metabolic reactions to take place in our body. So this is how you define a catalyst and an enzyme. You can read out the definitions from here. And also we studied about anabolic and catabolic reactions. Can someone tell me what is an anabolic reaction? Girls? You don't remember? The reactions which build up the large molecules from smaller ones. right? For example, the condensation of the glucose, or the joining together of the glucose molecules to form a glycogen or a starch molecule is known as anabolic reaction, in which the smaller molecules that join together to form large molecules is an anabolic reaction. Okay, the examples would be the formation of the polysaccharides like glycogen, starch, cellulose. All these are examples of anabolic reactions. So energy is required in anabolic reactions. Okay, so this is how the anabolic reactions take place. You can see the enzyme, it comes into contact with the molecules A and B, and after the reaction takes place, the enzymes, the products are A and B together here. Similarly, the opposite to the anabolic reactions are the catabolic reactions, in which the larger molecules are broken down into smaller ones. Exactly opposite to what happens in anabolic reactions. So in anabolic reactions, the energy is used or consumed, whereas in catabolic reactions, the energy is released. So what is the example of a catabolic reaction we discussed?
Respiration for catabolic reactions.
Very good. Respiration, in which glucose is broken down into
Energy.
Yeah, energy is released, of course. And what is glucose broken down to? You can see here glucose into carbon dioxide and water, right? Ladies, can you see the presentation which I'm sharing here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Okay, so breakdown of glucose into carbon dioxide and water, and also the breakdown of the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats during digestion into simpler substances. All these are examples of various catabolic reactions. So enzymes, they not only help in the anabolic reactions, but they also play a major role in the various catabolic reactions which take place in our body. So this is how the enzymes, they help in the catabolic reactions. All right, and what determines whether glucose molecules are built up into glycogen or broken down into carbon dioxide and water? What determines is, of course, the enzymes. The enzymes, they determine whether it is an anabolic reaction wherein glucose molecules are built up into glycogen, or whether it is a catabolic reaction wherein glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water. So it is the enzymes which. So we also discussed about the substrate and the active site. This we discussed in the previous lesson. Yes or no, ladies?
No, Miss, I don't think so.
All right, so let's start from here. So you can see this place where the substrate molecule comes and fits into this enzyme is known as the active site. Okay, so this blue thing which you see is the molecule on which an enzyme acts. This is the substrate. Meaning, for example, if this is an enzyme pepsin, it acts on the proteins and breaks down the proteins. Okay, so this substrate is now the protein molecule, and the enzyme which works on the substrate, it is known as the pepsin. So this substrate, it has to fit exactly into this enzyme pepsin, meaning each enzyme, it has a specific role in our body. Not all the enzymes can work on all the molecules. A specific enzyme can work only on a specific substrate molecule. For example, the role of the enzyme pepsin in our body is to break down proteins. So this pepsin, it cannot help in breaking down carbohydrates or fats in our body, or similarly, it cannot be used in liver or pancreas or anywhere else in the body. It can be only produced in our stomach, and its action is it works on the protein molecules and breaks them down. All right. So as a particular key, it can open only a particular lock. This enzyme, it can work only on specific substrate molecules. This is how we explain the lock and key mechanism. Okay. So this substrate molecule, it has a particular shape which fits exactly into the enzyme like this. Can you see? So this place at which the substrate fits into the enzyme is known as the active site. So what is substrate? It is the molecule on which an enzyme acts. An active site, it is the site of an enzyme, is the region that binds the substrate. So this region wherein the substrate is bound to the enzyme is known as the active site. Clear, girls, as to what is substrate and what is active site?
Oh, yes, Miss.
Any questions?
Miss, what is Pepsin or something?
I'm sorry?
What is an enzyme Pepsin?
Pepsin, okay. We are going to talk about the various enzymes. This pepsin is the name of an enzyme which helps in your digestion. Okay, so in your digestive system, there are various enzymes which help in digestion. And this particular enzyme pepsin, which I gave you an example right now, which we are going to discuss in detail, this is produced in your stomach and it acts on the proteins in your stomach. I'll explain about it further now. So far, is it clear about the substrate and active site and what is it?
Oh, yes,
Is it clear or shall I explain again?
No, I think it's clear.
Alright, so this substrate, when it fits into the enzyme, when it binds to the enzyme, it is known as an enzyme substrate complex. And once the reaction takes place, this substrate, it is split into these products. Okay, for example, this with the action of the enzyme pepsin, this protein, it is broken down into amino acids. I will explain you further with further examples. So you can see on the screen the enzymes, they're actually proteins that function as biological catalysts. We know that already. So catalysts, they speed up the reactions without themselves being changed by the reaction. So the molecules that react in the enzyme catalyzed reactions are called the substrates, meaning the molecules on which the enzymes act are known as the substrate molecules. And the molecules that are produced in the reaction are known as the products. Okay, so in this example, if the enzyme pepsin, it works on the substrate protein, the protein is broken down after the reaction into amino acids and glycerol. Only the amino acids. So these amino acids which are produced are the products of these reaction, the A and B, which you can see here. Okay, so different enzymes are involved in anabolic and catabolic reactions, and so the presence or absence of a particular enzyme, it controls what will happen to a particular molecule. Okay, and this is how the enzymes are named. Okay, enzymes are named according to the reaction they catalyze. I think we read this yesterday, but let me repeat. Okay, it's 12:21, ladies. We are the time is up. Inshallah, we'll discuss the rest of the topic tomorrow when we have a class, inshallah. Okay, so till then, please complete your homework for chapter 4. I will give you the homework for chapter 5 once we are done with this topic. Any questions, ladies? Any questions from this topic we covered? Yeah. Do you want me to repeat again?
Yeah, please.
Okay, which part? About the substrate?
No, about the homework. Can you please say?
Homework, okay, sure. I was talking about homework, chapter 4. You can do the homework for chapter 4.4. Did you submit the homework for proteins and lipids 4.5?
Oh, the